From trauma to joie de vivre. How is that possible? Welcome to Post-Trauma Secrets and Decluttering, where we go behind the scene and reveal how to free yourself. Come and discover the 4 dimensions of a decluttering journey with your hosts, Valerie and JM Tetro.
Hello, wonderful souls. In this episode, we'll be talking about identity and self-esteem. And first, please allow Valerie to come back in time 15 years ago. So stick with her and you'll understand.
In 2006, I had 2 toddlers at home. I was telling myself, I'm not able to take another things on my plate right now. I have difficulty just keeping up with the daily routine and chores. And that was true. I was running at the children's hospital twice a week, and the kids were kids. They needed attention. But at the same time, I wanted to change. I wanted to be able to have and maintain a tidy and orderly home. Are you guys looking around sometimes and are discouraged to have to do the cleaning? Is your home messy sometimes? I knew that I was having too much stuff, but I didn't know how to do anything different. It wasn't my fault if it was messy. It was the children running around and letting their toys everywhere. But somewhere deep down, I was ashamed. I was thinking that I was a bad mother because a lot of mom work and have time for their kids and keep their home tidy. My mom was doing it when I was young. My mother-in-law was doing it too. But I am failing. I am not able to. Do you guys compare yourself with your mother or your mother-in-law? Do you feel that you're failing at everything? I was. So the day I told my doctor about it, he answered me that I am not able to manage my life and it is an effect of my complex PtD. Just like that, like no hope of change possible. I was going to therapy weekly for a couple of years back then and I was not seeing any progress. Still having nightmare, flashback, binging. I tried to hire a maid, but it made no difference. She cannot move everything and there were still toys everywhere an hour after she left. The day I became a military wife, I had new expectations falling on me. I would be the wife of the officer, and I should be able to keep the home clean and tidy because we will invite my husband troops at home, like we see in the movie. It's important for his status, and poor him, he is always cleaning after me. It's time to shake myself and to prove him that I am worth it. I am able to maintain our home. I was wanting to change, but I didn't know where to start. What I tried before clearly didn't work. Are you guys wanting to change your life? Do you want to have a normal life? Do you know where to start? One week, I started cleaning the living room. I didn't complete it and found myself watching TV instead. I tried again another week and fell asleep on the couch in the middle of the afternoon. Let's say I have no self-discipline or persistence. If I continue like this, the house will just get worse. My husband won't be able to invite his guys because he will be ashamed of myself and of the house. I'm in a spot where I don't have self-esteem. I don't even care for myself. I don't want to be separated from my children by the social services. Are you believing in yourself? Do you take that fundamental times for self-care? I wasn't. One day my husband encouraged me. He told me that he didn't always like to clean, but he learned to do it and to be proud of it. He said that it would be easier if I always do it on the same day, and to celebrate the accomplishment by doing something fun after. At that time, he was posted in Ontario and we were living in Montreal. So he was leaving every Sunday night to come back on Friday. So I tried to do the cleaning every Friday because I knew that he would come home and be proud. And it worked for a while. He was telling me how nice it was to come back home in a welcoming and tidy home. He was looking proud, so I started to be proud also. Are you getting this? Do you understand how being proud and celebrating is important? But when I started the decluttering process, to let go of some of our belongings, some of the toys, the shoes that do not fit in the bottom of my closet, I realized that it was taking me less time to clean every single week. Then every single day, it was the same thing. Easier to do the dishes, easier to do the laundry, to put away the toys, less toy to put away. My life was simpler, and I got some free time too. But I also started to feel good when there is less stuff around me, to appreciate when each object has its own place. Fast forward a couple years, and my husband made me realize that there was less chaos in my life. Every day, I am able to accomplish what is on my to-do list, and I have time to take care of myself and to do some scrapbooking too. Are you guys want to change like I did? Are you sick and tired of feeling stuck with trauma? After years of accomplishing so many things in my life, my friends told me, "How are you able to do all that in one day? And your house always looked fantastic. What is your secret?" I sat down and reflected on how my life had changed. And I put down some tips and tricks about how to do things to end up with a complete time management strategy. So JM and me then developed a step-by-step action plan to find a 25th hour in our day. And we put it in our book, Put That Stuff Down. When I follow our guideline, I'm able to live a normal life. There is no more infinite to-do list that become postponing list. I even have time to open my mail and I have no pile of paper on the countertop. And guess what? I was also able to include a daily walk in my day. Are you guys having a to-do list? How long is it? Is that to-do list more discouraging than encouraging? I explained our strategy with friends, then with clients to realize that they were also finding free time and being more efficient in their life. They are now able to accomplish what they put on their list and feel great about it. I can now be proud to say that my house has been clean for more than 5 years. Yes, I am a recovered hoarder. But the most important thing is that my self-esteem grew, and then I added some self-love. I am a new person. I feel good about myself. I don't have nightmare and flashback anymore. I am still working on rehabilitating my food intake, but I believe in me, and I know that I am able to do things and to manage challenges in my life.
You know, I've really doubted for a long time that identity was a thing that could affect my destiny, my life forever. You know, when a baby grows up and absorbs the way of being and seeing from his parent and environment. As a simple example, let's say if a mother enjoys inviting friends over, the child would most likely appreciate and like to have friends over later in his life. But what really baffled me is that the same baby, adopted when newborn in another culture's family, will one absorb its new environment so perfectly that it would live and behave as its new environment, and two, at the same time will keep the mother's ancestral and identity that we call intergenerational identity. Seriously, that's real. And we'll definitely talk about it in future episodes. But can you imagine how likely that someone carries the fears and negative identity from the parents, the environment, and the generation? What I mean is, it's not about all of your decision or your fault, how you grew up and how you are. But now it's in your hand to shift and to do what you want. Do you guys feel that identity? Do you see how your identity defines your thought, behavior, and actions? Well, it is possible to shift that identity like Valerie did and like I did by repositioning and reframing yourself. It's literally like change an old frame from a beautiful picture. It changed the looks, it changed everything, the final touch. You guys now think you can do this? Do you guys have time to do this? I know my preferred saying for a long time was, I'm too busy, I don't have time for this, even if it's a life-changing for me. How would you like to find the time without feeling guilty about it? In the next episode, we'll talk about false belief about doing this.
Thank you so much for taking time to listen to this episode. If you want to help break the trauma stigma, share this episode and give hope to your friends and let them know it is possible to get free from trauma. Valerie and JM want to help you further by offering you Declutter Your Life 101. Be sure to go to dowellht.com/free yourself. That's dowellht.com/free yourself to get your free quick summary and start your decluttering journey. Thanks again for tuning in, and be sure to join us next time to discover another secret on post-trauma secrets and decluttering.